Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are doing an installation of a loose lay or lay flat vinyl. Just like any installation, you always need to start out making sure that your stairs are fully prepped. So these stairs did have carpet on them. They pulled that out, all the nails have been removed, a detailed clean was done, and then we're just doing a final extra one there. So we always start our installations at the bottom. So the very first thing we're doing here is looking at our risers, and then we're gonna head outside to do the cuts on these. Okay, there's always going to be two cuts. You need your left to right measurement that you're going to see cut here, and then you're going to be using a table saw to rip it to the height that is needed. Okay, no matter how exact you try to be on a table saw, there's always slight variation, so you want to be a bit strategic about the side that you've cut and keeping track of it. For the riser, you want the side that's been cut to be up. So the side that comes out of the factory that the hand is on right there is going to go down towards the flooring, and then the cut side is going to be up because that's going to be hidden by the next nosing that goes into place. So you can see here we're applying it the exact same as any other vinyl when it comes to the riser. Lots of that PL adhesive here and getting that put into place. You will notice that this vinyl is a different color than what's at the bottom. The customer had the flooring done at the bottom a while ago, and then this vinyl that they're using on the stairs matches what's going to be at the top of the stairs. So that's why we're seeing that a little different. As we continue up, we're then looking at the nosings. So we always make the nosings longer than what is actually needed, and then doing that cut on site because every stair is a little bit different. You may have noticed on this one, when you look at these nosings, when it is that loose lay or that lay flat vinyl, we do add a reinforcement in there to help hold it into place because as is the nature of a loose lay vinyl, it is quite floppy in nature, and so it needs that extra support. So again, we're going to be measuring and cutting that second piece. Again, because that had to be ripped on the table saw, we're making sure the side that's cut is against the wood at the back because that will be covered by the riser, and always wanting to make sure that it fits well in place before adding the adhesive. So you can see there that reinforcement that's along the nosing, it's securely attached to the nosing itself, so we're going to add the adhesive to it as well as the other area there. We're pretty much using roughly the same amount of adhesive, maybe slightly more on these installations that are here. And then the big difference you're going to see here is when we add this second board, because these are not click vinyls, we didn't do it in advance. We can't click them together and then add the nosing in as a full tread. So that is going to be the second board that's put into place. And it's really important when doing that everything is lined up perfectly. Everything is held tight. Even the up and down on this is all level, and squishing that adhesive to make sure everything is the exact same along here. You can see the technique that we're using here with the tape to hold it in place because that PL premium does take a good 8 hours to dry. We generally say 24 to 48 hours. We want to make sure that's there. You can see the tapping to make sure everything's exactly as we want it before it is allowed to set. I will say that installing the loose lay and the lay flat vinyl on stairs is definitely a more difficult installation process. And while a lot of our videos we're here to teach you how to do it yourself, we definitely would say that you want to have some experience or get an installer when you're looking at these. We do a fair bit of these installations just because, as we've mentioned, they're not quite as simple, and people want an experienced installer to be able to come in and do them. And again, we're generally only suggesting using the loose lay or the lay flat vinyl on stairs when it is the fact that you are trying to match a vinyl that you've chosen up above. If you are simply doing your stairs or for whatever reason you can't get the same vinyl that you have above or below, we definitely suggest choosing an SBC or a rigid core, specifically the fact that it clicks together, as that does reduce the cost of making the nosings and make the installation a little bit easier. But this is definitely a great solution if you're going with that lay flat, loose lay vinyl above or below the stairs, and that's what our trademark is here at Step Up, is that you're able to have your nosings made out of the exact same vinyl that you have. So you can see this second nosing coming into place here. Again, getting the nosing into place first and then getting that second board adhered into place. So if you follow a lot of our videos, you will note that is the part that is a little bit different, but getting lots of adhesive on here before putting it into place, and then getting that tape on to hold it into place and keep it nice and secure. Again, when you're adding anything with an adhesive, you want to be very careful about where and how you are pushing down in the orders so that none of that adhesive is kind of squeezing out through any of the gaps. You're just leveling it out to the other one to make sure it's the same, as opposed to really kind of squishing it down or in any particular direction, in which case that you would then have that adhesive come out. And of course, you're wanting to, with the PL, because it doesn't set right away, you do have a little bit of that wiggle room to remove it, but you really got to make sure you get it all off, because it does change color when it dries. And again, you can see here that tapping just to make sure that everything is level and into place. So this is how you go about installing the loose lay vinyl. Again, as we mentioned, here it comes, that finished product there. You can see that that tape is in place, and it will stay in place for at least 48 hours. We do suggest not walking on the stairs as much as possible for at least 24, but with the tape, we want to leave that for the 48. So you can see the transition over the landing there, and then up to that matched flooring that they have above, which is why we were going with that loose lay. So after the 48 hours, we're simply removing the tape from there. All the adhesive has been set, and then we're going to be left with that beautiful finish. What's not been shown here is the caulking that is done along the left-hand side. We do have detailed videos of that you can see. And voila, what a beautiful finish. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button and like, and we'll see you in the next video.